and welcome to Good Morning Lancaster.
Today we will be joined by Vicky Meadows and Shannon McCall from Ludance.
We will also be joined by Jack Turner from Lancaster University's Running Club.
So stay tuned, it's 11 o'clock and you're watching Good Morning Lancaster.
Welcome back, I'm Lauren Ogilvie.
And I'm Timothy Lloyd-Judson. Thank you for joining us.
Let's bring you up to date with the latest news headlines.
Lancaster University's Students' Union Vice President for Welfare and Community, Sophia Akel, has been nominated for a double award that is part of the Student Leader category of the university's Enterprise Awards. Sophia was nominated for her work on highlighting inequalities in employment between black graduates and their white counterparts.
Last week, the Islamic Society led Prayers in Alex Square to mark Islamophobia Awareness Month. The month aims to challenge the negative stereotypes used against followers of Islam.
On Wednesday, Lancaster was victim to the highest 24-hour rainfall in the last 50 years, which was more than Storm Desmond in 2015. The underpass was flooded on Wednesday evening, with many students taking this as a chance to go for a swim, paddle on inflatable beds and even water ski.
Did you get to see any of the water skiing?
I actually didn't. I only observed it through social media. What about you? Did you go there?
No, again, I saw it on social media, but I live at Chancellor's Wharf right by the canal. So
oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
and that was overflowing into the car parks and stuff. And yeah, it got quite bad. I was a student in 2015 though, so I was amazed that university was still going ahead. We had like a whole week blocked off from term just before Christmas. So it was quite eventful. You even had to like have queues for pay phones to try and contact home. There was no 3G, no signal, no nothing. So it's much more of like a tame version this time rather than being evacuated out of Lancaster.
Wow, yeah.
What did you think of the water skiing?
I thought it was interesting that someone literally brought the water skis over here, kind of preparing for this event. Like, just, you know, what a great moment that must have been for him, thinking, oh, look at that. The underpass is overflowing. This is my moment now. I'm going to get that stuff over here. Also,
it's a bit more dignified than the boys that were weighing in it.
Yeah, that was weird. I heard about that. I didn't see it happening.
Lancaster. No. And the same as 2 years ago when it happened, they had like everyone brings out their inflatable beds and stuff and starts rowing on it.
Is that like a normal thing here? Is that like?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a year at Lancaster if there wasn't a flood, really, to be honest.
Oh, right. No, I mean, just kind of them bringing out the inflatable beds and
definitely.
stuff.
I feel like, obviously, it brings a lot of trauma to homes and things like that, and the students somehow seem to make some positives out of it. It's such a shame during, like, the run-up to Christmas as well, the areas that have been affected, but when I woke up on Thursday morning and literally all of it was gone, so I think the council and the emergency services have done a really good job of trying to get rid of it, because 2 years ago it really affected Lancaster badly. We nearly didn't have power for almost a week, so it's nice to see improvements, because I was looking on the news and stuff and apparently Morecambe had also flooded in July, so it's a regular occurrence.
Wow. Yeah,
but
crazy.
Yeah, and also some people that were going in their underwear. I don't think I could face that. But luckily we're there to report everything. We're at a scene of the floods, and we've got a VT to show you about the flooding that happened last week.
We're here at Lancaster University after a night of heavy rain and flash flooding, and you would not recognise campus today if you'd seen it last night.
We've got more rain on the way and we've got high winds at the moment, so the authorities are trying to clear the water as best they can, but there's still lots of localised flooding.
Yeah, they seem to have done a good job, but we're still in Pendle College, and as you can see, there is still a massive lake. We can't tell how deep the water is, which is one of the dangers of flash flooding. Many students last night who were having some fun with the rain,
Absolutely. We had people in the underpass, which is the main bus stop for campus. Although it was completely closed, there were still some people having a swim and some water skiing.
We do advise that students stay safe during this kind of weather and not put yourselves in any danger or risk, as these floods can be quite dangerous.
The president of the Students' Union, Josh Wolfe, gave a message on the Overheard at Lancaster Facebook page telling people to stay safe and wrap up warm, although campus was still open.
This has been Siri Hampapur
And Craig Underwood
reporting for LA1 TV News.
So we are now joined by Vicky Meadows and Shannon McCall from Lou Dance. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. It's great.
So what can you tell us about your society?
Well, we are one of the biggest societies on campus, with the biggest dance society. So we have such a big range of members. We teach classes in everything from jazz, ballet, tap, contemporary, street.
Wow.
So we do like a really, really big range of classes every single week. And we're currently starting to prepare for our 10th anniversary show in next term, so like next March. Preparation's starting for that now, so that's really exciting.
It sounds like you've got a very eclectic mix of dance groups. Do you also have a mix of experience at the level of dancers in your society?
Yeah, definitely. So we hold just general development classes each week, but then we also have a competition team as well, which is audition only.
Okay.
But therefore, then the more experienced dancers do get a chance to like show their talents, whereas we can still teach people to dance as well, who've never done it before or little knowledge of it.
Oh, that's amazing. And apart from your 10-year anniversary, do you have any other plans for this term or the rest of this year?
Well, we've just competed in our first competition of the year. So on Saturday we went to Durham and won quite a few awards, which is really good.
Yeah,
including first place for our street team. So that was like amazing to do. So we're kind of just recovering from that at the moment. Then we've got auditions for our second term. We have like sign-ups for our show this evening, but it's all starting to quiet down until it all kicks off next term with rehearsals.
We have a performance on Wednesday, don't we, with the Lancaster Morecambe Education Awards in the Great Hall, and then for Lancaster's Got Talent this Saturday. We're performing there as well.
Excited to
performing
see
our
that.
award-winning street
award-winning
routine.
street.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about the 10-year anniversary. Can you give us any further details about what will be included for that event?
It's going to generally be just a huge celebration. So we have a very big show this year. It's very packed with a lot of dancers, and it includes every style from like ballet, tap to a lot of contemporary hip hop and contemporary jazz. So it is just a celebration of like everything that we do as a society. So it should be a really big event.
And in terms of this Saturday with Lancaster's Got Talent, can you share a bit more, some special previews, anything you can tips on?
Well, we're both performing.
Yeah,
because we are on the street team. And then I think we've also got our Vice President, Emily, who's doing a solo for us as well. She previously won Best Female Dancer at Sheffield Dance Competition a couple of years ago.
So that'll be really good.
Yeah, she's very good.
She's very good.
Yeah, so we're really excited to kind of like see the results and stuff as well.
Yes,
like, I think it'd be so good to watch.
So good to watch it.
And get involved with. So we're excited. So,
And you mentioned that you enjoy street dance. Do either of you have any other forms of dance that you really like apart from street?
We're both contemporary dancers. So I choreographed for the contemporary squad this term.
And I'm doing next term's contemporary squad as well.
Yeah, amazing.
And we're also both in jazz as well, which Shannon choreographed along with Meg, which came third at Durham as well, which was really, really good.
So you're heavily involved in by being in 3 different types. That's amazing.
Kind of we do the same
We
style
do the same
dance.
thing.
So but it would be nice to kind of get involved in kind of a few different styles in the show as well.
Well, that's what I'm excited for as well.
Yeah, because like I don't really do ballet much,
Me
but I
neither.
might give it a go in the show. Because,
And tap as well.
Yes, so you can kind of get involved in whatever you want, which is really, really nice to kind of do.
And in terms of your other competitions, how do they work in the lead up to those?
A lot of preparation.
A lot of hours.
Yeah, so we basically spend the whole of Sundays just rehearsing and going through and teaching like every weekend up until the competition. So we're going to Newcastle on the 17th of February and where else are we going? Sheffield on the 3rd of March, I think it is. So, and then the weekend after that we have the show. So it's going to be a very busy second term for us.
Yeah, get to travel a lot around the UK as well.
Yes,
things.
yeah. And then like after that, we've obviously got Roses in 3rd term, which I'm very, very, very excited for.
I've never had a home Roses, so I'm really excited.
Oh, amazing! Yeah, home Roses is so good.
Yeah, it's
You're gonna love it.
Favourite.
I'm really excited.
So how did you kind of get into dancing?
I've only really been dancing since I was about 11, so when I started high school I also joined a dance school and kind of built up from there, but I got so much more heavily involved with it only when I came to university, where I kind of got involved in every single thing I could, which is really nice that I'm able to do that. So.
I started when I was 4, so
longer than me.
But I started with ballroom and Latin, and then when I went to high school, then I moved to like ballet and street and contemporary. And then again, being here, I've been very involved in Lou Dance. But I've loved it.
Yeah. That's amazing though that you can use this opportunity at university, because obviously when you leave, you have to pay a lot of money to do these kind of training and stuff, and especially for people who are beginners to be able to come in and be taught all the different dance routines that you offer. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it's really great to see people like develop, because I teach jazz classes every week, and you see people getting better every week, and so it's just a really nice thing to see as well. Like, so having the beginners and the more experienced is a really nice mix, I'd say.
And in terms of being more of, like you mentioned, on the mentoring side, who else choreographs these dance routines for your shows?
It's all choreographed by our members.
Oh, amazing.
So like we both choreographed stuff for the show last year.
And we're both doing it this year as well.
Yes, we're both doing it this year as well. And yeah, it's like our show choreographers is just open to the entire society. So
anyone.
yeah, we
So
have like freshers choreographing, and as well as kind of like older members such as us. So yeah, like we just kind of want everyone to get involved, and everyone should be given the chance to have a go.
Yeah, certainly. In terms of your past competitions, have you had any success, any awards recently?
Yeah, so for this year we placed in the large majority of our pieces. So Into Jazz got third place, Into Ballet came third, Lyrical came third, Advanced Ballet
second,
yeah,
and then Advanced Street came first.
Oh, amazing!
And we were against some big
universities. We were against York as well, which is always good for
pre-roses
competitions.
So some pre-roses warm-up.
So we beat York at Street, which was nice. We love York, but yeah. And then we're also against like Durham,
St
Andrews, so they were big on ballet. So it was like a really, really competitive one. But at every competition we've been to, I'd say over the past, like, I've been here a long time, so over the past 5 years, we have like placed and got a lot of trophies, which is...
You've always come home with something.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
That must be so rewarding after all the hard work you guys put in.
Definitely.
It sounds like it takes up a lot of your time to choreograph all these and teach them to new people across so many different types of dances as well.
Yeah, I'd say we're a very dedicated team.
Yeah.
I'd say. But it is all worth it in the end. And like the day itself is just so much fun.
It is.
It's long.
Yeah,
It's long. We have to get like the coach at 6 a.m.
Oh,
but it's
definitely worth it.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you for talking to us.
Thank
we will
you.
next be joined by Jack Turner, who will be talking about this year's Santa Dash. But first, here's a look at last year's event.
We're here at the Santa Dash event run by the Running Society in collaboration with Just Play. They're raising money for Defying Dementia. All the participants have to wear a Santa hat. And at the end of the race, they get a medal and a mince pie. Let's see how they get on.
Santa Dash, organised by Lancaster University Running Club in collaboration with Just Play and Define Dementia.
So how many people are taking part?
There's been about 100, just under 100, so really good turnout. It's been really good.
How much organisation has gone into this?
A lot. I mean, Callum's been the main organiser, but we've all helped out.
But I think it's worth it. I think you see outcomes like this, everyone's enjoyed themselves, everyone's had a great day, and we've raised a lot of money for charity. So.
And we do Just Play Couch to 5k for anyone that wants to do it. Yeah, just basically people that have never run before, if they want to get down and try and do a 5k by the end of the few sessions. So it's really good.
Jingle, jingle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
So you're with Define Dementia. Do you know how much money you've raised so far?
No, not yet. We just need to count it, and it will be on Facebook so everyone can find out how much we made.
How can students get more involved with Define Dementia?
They can join the society, Define Dementia Student Society, and we have different events depending on what the students want to plan and what events they want to spend the time raising money doing. Support the actual charity Define Dementia, and you can find the details on Facebook and just the internet in general.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we have Jack Croft, member of LA1 TV and the Running Society. You do have a very fun costume on.
Yes, me and my housemates are here. We're dressed quite festively because we are in December, so it's Christmas season. Yeah, Christmas spirit.
You'll take the lead, oh, jingle, jingle all the way.
Yeah, so you got your mince pie, you finished the race. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good event. It was nice to see so many people coming out and racing on a Saturday morning.
Well, I ran with a woman that was suffering from MS, and she was talking to me about how she did half marathons when she was younger, and she's come out today and run really well. And it's just an incredible story that she was suffering from MS and she's managed to do it.
Is that the reason you wanted to do this race, or are there any other reasons?
Well, we enjoy running in general, but running for a cause, it means a lot more.
We are now joined by Jack Turner. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
So what can you tell us about the Santa Dash then?
Well, it's been held on Saturday morning outside the sports centre. If you've entered, get down there for 11 o'clock for registration, and then the race will begin at 12. We recommend that you go in fancy dress because there'll be a prize for the best dress, and when you finish, you get mince pie medal and a Santa hat. What more could you want?
Yeah, no, that sounds fantastic. And from the clip of the VT from last year, it looked like there was a lot of people that were involved, both students and non-students, is that correct?
Oh yeah, there was a load of locals and families come from town to compete.
Yeah.
Well, not compete, and just two competitors.
Get in the Christmas spirit.
There's loads of locals come to run it. It's obviously all for a great cause. And yeah, it's all a lot of fun. And this year we're expecting even more turnout than last year, and the weather's set to be nice, so
that's fantastic.
Hopefully it'll be amazing.
Yeah, and so you're involved in the organisation of this event?
Yeah.
And what can you tell us a bit more about what that entails?
Well, I haven't done much of the organising. I'm stewarding. You'll see me down there in my Bar Humbug Christmas jumper. But our president, Cal's done a lot of work with Define Dementia and Sport Lancaster to bring this event to you again. And yeah, hopefully all their hard work will pay off.
Yeah, and it's lovely at this kind of time of year that it will be just into December on Saturday to get into the festive spirit. I think it's really nice that it's the local community and students being able to do something together.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. 1st December you can get into the Christmas spirit. Now I'm a bit of a Scrooge, so I don't think you can, but I'll be a bit more festive come Saturday morning when you see me stewarding and cheering all the runners on.
Amazing. And in terms of you said about people who'd already signed up, is there any way, if you haven't signed up already, that you can still get involved in this event on Saturday?
Yeah, the entries are still open on Facebook. I think there's a Facebook event for it, and then you'll be able to find a link to enter yourselves. So hopefully we'll get a few more showing up.
Amazing. And is this run going to be around campus like last year as well?
Yeah, it's 3K and it's mainly around the woodland trails, so you won't have to worry too much about traffic or anything. It's quite nice and scenic in the woodland trail, especially if it's a nice day, a nice winter's morning.
And we've got to hope for no rain, because you know what Lancaster's like. You don't want any flooding to ruin this. Hopefully that's out the way now.
Well, next year, if the weather is bad, we can offer a Santa Dash triathlon if
yes,
need be.
That's a great shout. Yeah, Lancaster will always fight the weather and we'll ride the storms. So I think that's a fantastic idea.
I'll put that to Cal this evening.
You've got your planted a seed now for a new idea. So in terms of, obviously you're part of the running club, and how often do you go running in that society?
Well, at the minute we'll train on a Monday evening, train on a Wednesday. We have groups that cater for all needs and anyone's welcome. And then we also have Sunday long runs, which you burn off all the VKs that you have in sugar on Saturday night. And we also go to races, and last weekend we went down to Liverpool and we had our best turnout for a Mid-Lancashire League, which is a local league we compete in. We had possibly our best turnout ever, so the club's doing really strong.
That's amazing. And for people who aren't already involved in the running club and would like to get involved, can they still do that this late into term?
Oh yeah, I think so, yeah. Throughout last year we had people joining at the start of second term and start of summer term. Yeah, everyone's welcome to join our club.
And in terms of running ability, do you have quite mixed? Can it be people who are quite new to running that can get involved, or is it more people who have had regular practice?
Oh yeah, everyone's welcome. We have groups that cater for all abilities, so we'll put beginners groups out that are just short runs around campus, and then you see them improving over the year, and it's really nice to see. And then you have people doing interval sessions, which are hard.
Yeah.
And anyone's welcome to train, anyone's welcome to our socials, anyone's welcome to race.
Oh, that's amazing. And those groups of different abilities train together?
Yeah, they all meet together at the same place, and they'll all meet at socials, and anyone from any group is welcome to race. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jack. That was really interesting, and I hope the Santa Dash goes really well. Here's a look at what is coming up on campus this week.
So Snow Sports are holding another training and rec session tomorrow from 5 to 10 p.m. It costs £10 for transport, hire and slope use, or you can pay an extra £5 for a ski or snowboard lesson.
The Wine Society are holding an Australian wine night on Friday at 8 p.m. for just £8 for non-members. The night features 4 glasses of Australian classics in Errington Room, which is above Pendle Rooms.
So as we've just heard, the running club are hosting their annual Santa Dash on Saturday. All the proceeds from the event will go to Defying Dementia, with every participant receiving a mince pie, Santa hat and medal.
Over the weekend, MedSoc are presenting their pantomime Cinderella. The stars of the society will be in the Nuffield Theatre on Saturday and Sunday, with tickets are available for everyone, and the prices range from £5 to £7.
So on Saturday, the final of Lancaster's Got Talent is happening in the Great Hall.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm going to be there. Are you?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be there. Anyone after the Santa Dash can definitely come along to Lancaster's Got Talent, spread the word.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of our exec members have got talents like Point Downing. That's a call out to you, Alec Fowler. Be there. But yeah, and I hope to invite some of the running club up.
Yeah, and I think what's really good is we've got quite a lot of societies that are going to be involved. On Saturday it'll be running from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m, but we've also got Lou Dance, who were just on earlier, lots of different dancing, like break dancing, hip hop, so it's going to be quite an eclectic mix available. Tickets are also £5 for that event, and you can check on our Facebook page. Also, another great incentive, you've got £1 off for sugar entry, so your running club can test out their pint downing there. But there'll also be 100 free entries and a chance to win some drink vouchers. We hope that everyone had a great weekend, and we'll be able to see you next week for another episode of Good Morning Lancaster.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.